Peace, 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 family. NASA, what's going on? Peace, peace, peace. Come on in, come on in. Let me get Instagram up. Can't see with my glasses. These are my real glasses, and I can't see. What's up? What's up? What's up? Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. All right, all right. We're getting the ancestors in early. Okay, so what's going on here with Instagram? Whatever. Big Cat has changed his name. He's like, I'm the fool with the tool. Uh-oh. I got fool's gold for you, Big Cat. Pirate gold, pirate booties. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me get my other, I gotta get my crystals. All right. So I had to just get my other gemstone, selenite. All right. I'm working with rose quartz, black obsidian, protection. Yes. Some fool's gold, get those dollar bills. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, all right. So today is, or would have been, the 96th birthday for our beloved brother, Malcolm X. So, if y'all know, you go onto my Instagram, I'm a big, he was one of my master teachers as well. Even though, of course, I've never been around him, right? Because that was like 60 some odd years ago, right? You do the math. But I respect his teachings. I respect him coming from, being this person that, ran with the crowd and did the boosting and was doing drugs and pimping and all. But for him to change his life over and give his life up for Allah and go about it in such a disciplined way, it resonated with me. And to find out that he is a Taurus and there's a spider right outside my window, how interesting. I'm telling you, spirit animals have been coming to me crazy. This past weekend, I've had an owl hooting, and I live in I'm in the city, guys. I'm in the hood. South Bronx, and to hear an owl, I'm like, what? Anyway, so also I wanted to talk. I want to talk about Malcolm X. I want to give him, his moment with us. But I also wanted to talk about the art of war. Why? Because there's a war going on spiritually. There's a war going on physically. And we need to be strategic on how we plan, plot, and strategize, as Tupac said, because there's a lot of weird, crazy stuff going on energetically as well. I wrote down some notes as far as, where the placements are. With the sun being aligned in Taurus going into Gemini season, we know that Gemini has to do with the dual type of personality. Not necessarily, but they are the twins, right? So one twin is there, even though they could be identical, they do have their own individuality. Also, we have Jupiter in Pisces. Just for a little time, it's going to be here for like a couple of weeks, and then it's going to taper back into Aquarius, and then does it stay back in Pisces? Or I think it stays in Aquarius. So Aquarius is the running zodiac throughout the 12 months. And as I had mentioned before about Aquarius, they're a peculiar bunch. I resonate with it because my rising sign is in Aquarius. What does rising sign means? It's just the personality that people perceive you as to be. Maybe some of your characteristics might be that of, if your sun sign is a Leo, Big Cat in Nassau. That's right. Today's math knowledge, born all being knowledge, cipher, all being born. That's right, Big Cat. Or fool with the tool. So if you say, for instance, are a Leo sun, but your rising is what, as the sun peeked over into that sign, the rising was in place. What that means is that's the personality that the world sees you as. The moon is your emotion. So that's what is intimate and the world doesn't see you as. So say, for instance, you're a Leo sun. Let's say you are a Cancer rising and you have a Libra moon. That's an interesting dynamic. So your sun sign is you overall, is your person, right? So if you are a Leo, sometimes, as they say about Leos, they have this boisterous way about them. I wouldn't say they're conceited, because I have Leo in me as well. My grandmother was a Leo, and definitely not conceited. But they're about their business. They like, fine quality things, whether it be food, materialistic, housing. They can, I wouldn't say they're a show off, but that's the rumor that has it about Leos, that they're show offs. So if you're rising, now this little scarf is going to be bugging me all day. If your rising is that Cancers are about confident. There you go, NASA. You took because I was like, I don't want to throw y'all under the bus now, because I got Leo in like 3 placements, and I'm not going to say I'm a show off, but I'm definitely confident in certain things. Now your Cancer. So if your Cancers are rising, Cancers are about nurturing, maternal, nurturers is what I wanted to combine together, mother and nurturer. And so your rising could show that you are like affectionate around people, because that's what Cancers are. They're the nurturers. They're like they have that motherly instinct. It doesn't matter if it's male or female. So what I'm trying to say is that your rising might show off differently as opposed to what your sun sign is, and your moon sign. So if you have a Libra as your moon sign, you internally are like how Libras are. They're about justice. They're analytical. They don't show that much affection. So it's like, well, if it's a Leo sun and you're like, well, you should be affectionate, but your moon dictates your mood, right? It's your internal emotions. So the Libra in you is like, you tread, lightly. You're very cautious. You're very strategic about the things that you do. Sort of like an Aquarius and a Virgo. I think they're all in the same air signs, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I got to get that together. Disclaimer: I'm not an astrologer, so therefore, I don't have to worry about all that just too much. You know what I mean? But I do want to give the right information. Anyway. So we have Jupiter in Pisces. Pisces is a water sign. Pisces is the oldest sign in the zodiac. So they get all the signs in them until the end. But they are they're also nurturers, but they're more fluid. Whereas the Cancer in the water sign is a little more they kind of crab up and they go one way. The fishes are kind of mutable. They can kind of swim around things and get around things. And so Jupiter is about this big, the biggest planet in our solar system. And so it's exemplified. The Pisces energy will be exemplified again. Also, there's a lot of star stuff going on. I'm excited about that. Yeah, we can be flamboyant. Yeah, I think the guys are. I don't know if the girls are. I know a couple of Leos, just a couple. And they're women, and they're not like that. They're not like flamboyant. They're not ostentatious. They're cool beings with me, but maybe because I have Leo as well, and I'm a Cancer, and I'm on the cusp of Cancer Leo, so I have a lot more Leo energy in me. So I wouldn't be able to tell if somebody's being conceited or flamboyant because I can't tell. So we also have Mercury in Gemini. Mercury is the planet of communication. Remember now with Gemini, we're dealing with the dual personalities. Think about Trump, think about Kanye West, think about Tupac. And there's a lot of Geminis that are out there that are in the limelight. Left Eye. Yeah. And the list goes on. So also, we have this thing called the Pleiades portal, which is one of our star constellations that's happening this week. And this is a great time, as I've been reading, to do a lot of connecting with divine self. It's only a week's window, but it's a very powerful leading up to what we're going to be having, a total lunar blood eclipse. Let me say this again. We're having a blood moon, but it's a total lunar eclipse next week with Mercury Retrograde. So you guys better hold on to your seats. I mean, if you can try to just do a lot of inner work between now, y'all should have been doing it at the beginning of this month, because this month has already been heightened with a lot of planet alignments, a lot of energy out there. As we can see, I did a reading last Monday, just doing the cards. I didn't do a live reading, and I picked up Sky Wars. Y'all could look that. I think that was May 11th. I was saying Russia. What I saw was the Kremlin, or that little dome that signifies Russia. Palestine has that kind of stuff too. And I saw Star Wars. Or Sky Wars is what I said. And then come to play out in the past couple of days, that's exactly what's been going on. So, I was reading a house, and then I saw this Sky Wars, what was going on. So the lunar eclipse, anything to do with the moon, anything that's affecting the moon, is going to be amplified. Okay, it's going into Gemini. So again, this Gemini energy is going to be a little peculiar because you're dealing with this dual personality, this dual type of energy. Again, the lunar has to do with the moon. An eclipse is exemplified. It's a blood moon, so there's going to be a lot of stuff, rituals. Good and bad. So we need to Gemini is kind of annoying. They can be, because I would say they're the flamboyant of the group. Like they're cocky and arrogant in some ways, and I love me some Tupac, but there's sometimes I'll crack up on the stuff that he says, because he just goes in like extra. Something like a Kanye West, something like a Trump. a little annoying. Okay, so we have that going on. We got Mercury retrograde next week. We got Saturn retrograde, which is to do with a lot of social functions, rethinking about your social, environment, people, places, things. We're always getting into who we getting rid of, who's staying on the team, who's getting drafted, who's getting, what do they call it? Transferred, for better lack of words. Right. So that's all that's going on. I'm going to be doing, I sent out a notice late, guys. So, bear with me. The energy is kind of like wonky. I'm like all over the place myself. Big Cat got the water here. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, turn on the notification bells. Yeah, I mean, it was my bad because I just sent out the message today. Yeah. Oh, and with Mercury retrograde coming up next week, it's only here for a couple of weeks, like 3 weeks. It's about reevaluating your communication. I'll talk about that again next week. Be careful about signing. Okay, I don't know what's going on over here with Instagram, but anywho. So be careful with signing try not to sign anything long-term contracts, leases, anything that requires you to do a lot of fine-tooth combing. Try not to sign that during retrograde. That's like about 3 weeks with Mercury retrograde. Also, traveling can be an issue. There could be delays. So, if you book something now, that's fine. But if you book something during retrograde, things can go sideways. Also, communication as far as your cell phones, your computers, any kind of electronic devices, they say things tend to get a little haywire and off the hook. I usually don't have that, knock on wood. I don't have those type of problems. I try not to. I try to be careful, like what I say. But this whole month has been weird. I'm telling you guys, the energy, because again, Aquarius is the running theme of this a year. Okay, we also are in the age of Aquarius. Aquarians like to be really dolo. They like to be by themselves, but they can insert themselves in a crowd. But they're not the crowd mover. They're kind of like the person that just stands to the side and peeps and observes everything. And they like to be by themselves. They're creative that way, but they know they have to be collective. So this is the theme for the year, where some people can't handle not being by themselves, and other people thrive off of it. And I'm kind of like in between. I vibe with the Aquarius energy, where it's like, I like to, as my mother and my grandfather would say, he who travels alone travels the fastest, right? So sometimes you do need to be by yourself. You need to regroup. You got to grow. We're going through those growing pains spiritually. We're moving ahead in different ways, where some things just don't resonate anymore. Some people don't resonate. Could be family, friends. You know what I'm saying? It could be a dog. Like, yo, beat it, Rover. I'm not feeling you today. The dog didn't do anything. Cheers. Salute. All right. Let's jump in, guys. Let's jump in. Let's get our collective, the overall energy. I'm going to be using our energy deck. Of course, I got my bell here just in case we got to step sideways. Right. I did no shuffling. I'm telling y'all. Okay, so here's the real deal. I wanted to go outside and do this live reading outside because it's beautiful here. We got 80-something degree weather. It's almost going to be 90s. And I just felt like I could do it, right? But then I did a reading for myself. And sure enough, in the middle of the week, it showed communication issues, wiring. And I was like, oh, don't tell me I can't get Wi-Fi out there and it's going to be cut up. So therefore, I wasn't really prepared. I was really wanted to be outside and doing this, but whatever. All right, guys. So let's move on. We got the energy deck as our overall. Let's pick up what we got here. Oh, let me spray my sage. I got the smokeless sage. This is my own. I think NASA was asking about that. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want it, I'll send it out to you guys. But if you like it, then you Next time you want it, you pay for it. Otherwise, I'll just send it out to you guys. It's really no big deal. I mean, it is, but it's not really. It's not. So if you guys are interested in getting the smokeless, my smokeless sage, you can send me an DM me in IG. And if I'm not going to stalk you guys. I'm not going to be like, if you have a PO box, cool, but trust me, I get it. But anyway, let's move forward. I already saw doors from happiness, so that's beautiful for you guys, right? I've been seeing this for the past 2 months since we've been doing this live. That there have been a lot of changes. You guys are stepping up the mark. Also, salute to Big Cat, NASA, Willie. Last week we had a great commentary. I want to do that again. Like I said today, I wasn't prepared, so. But that was a great build. Oh, really? Fragrance therapy. Is that the same thing as oils? Fool with the tool. Yeah, you guys, NASA, you had me cracking. You and Willie had me cracking up. I watched it again the other day. I was like, y'all are two funny dudes. Like, Willie is a snap. He is a stone cold snap. All right, perfect. So 2 cards came out, or 3 cards, I should say, as the overall. Now we're going to take one, but we got Community and Angel of Balance with contracts at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, guys. So be mindful about contracts. That's what I just said about Mercury retrograde. So your card, you guys, your card is 8, right? It's the Magician in the Mirror. Gemini, guys. We're going into Gemini. Like I said, Gemini starts, I want to say it's the 21st or the 22nd when we go into Gemini season. So we're already on the cusp of it. So it's like we're kind of there. We're in the shadow of it. Remember that shadow and post take on the same energy as when you're inside of the nucleus. So what does that mean? That means that you can get the energy of a Gemini a couple of days or a week before you hit Gemini season. Then when you're in Gemini season and after Gemini season, you can still have that energy. And it's very intense. Okay, because look at this guy. Remember I said there's going to be some type of like magic, going on for good or for bad. People using it for bad things to wield their way. Some using it for protection, right? Because we have this here, the duality. All right, and 8 having to coming up on the cycle of almost completion. But of course, I have to resort back to my little book. Okay, progress. Yes, and reevaluation. So with this Jupiter, all these things that are coming up, this alignment, we want to be mindful about that. All right, and mindful about signing contracts. Now is not, look, 6. That's the month. Look, guys, I'm not lying. I'm not lying. So next month, exactly as I said, Mercury retrograde hits the end of the week. It's in reverse. If there's something serious to do with maybe court orders, yes, again, any kind of contracts. I'm also getting lease or mortgages. If you have to, and you have to move into a place and you really need to get out of where you're at, be very careful. Double read or reread the contract or the lease, because you could be signing into something where at the end you're like, oh, dang, I didn't want to be locked into that for that long. Okay, so that's all I'm just saying. Be mindful. All right, so our energy is this Magician in the Mirror. I'm also getting, some of you could be coming into your enlightenment during this time. Like I said, we have Pleiades this week. I'm getting that you guys are going to be getting a download. You guys could be getting tapped in, whether meditation, prayer, or through sleep. All right, the Pleiadians also kind of look like this, so they say. I never seen one before, but they're like these tall, long, white figured aliens, for better lack of word. Yeah, so you guys, I feel like if you guys doing prayer time, there's like a quiet moment where you're going to be getting this download. And I'm also getting, you're going to have to, now, there is such a thing as good and bad, right? Negative and positive. Um, I feel like with this Gemini season, some people could be getting a little more riled up, and they'll let their anger take over. I'm getting choose the side of the good, right? Because it sounds good, but because really it is. Because I feel like if whatever you do in this cycle, if you're thinking about, I don't want to say harm, but I'm feeling like if this is like the negative side of you thinking things through, remember it's only short term. So what you do in that impulsive moment is going to reflect the outcome, and then it's going to be like, damn, now you're reaping what you sowed because you're putting out this type of energy. If you get what I'm saying. All right, let's go into finances. Finances, I'm going to be using the seer deck. Bam, bam. Yeah, and again, I didn't shuffle not to one thing. And then we're going to be using the whatchamacallit. We're using this for our health. This is the Angel Tarot deck for our health. Okay. And of course, romance is the Angel Romance with the Oracle behind that. And I don't know what I'm going to use to clarify. I don't know if I'm going to use the Witches deck or whatever, or the manga. All right, so peace to everybody coming in. Salute to you guys, Grand Rising. We have the 96, what would have been Malcolm X's 96th birthday. Okay, so I want to talk on that a little bit. Also want to dive into the book or the views of the Art of War by SunTzu. Right, because we are in a war. Let's be very clear. It may not be declared as is, but we see what's going on. So I thank everybody who's coming in. Thank you. Those who are coming in later and you view this, that is your time to get this message in. Remember that masculine, feminine energy is in us both, but sometimes it dominates in a male or a female person. Doesn't mean you're any more or any less of that. It just means you resonate with that type of energy. If the message is not for you, try not to make it fit. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit, because it's not your message. It's not your time. Sometimes people try to fit them into their paradigm and make it work, but it's not for you. It's not for you. All right. Okay, so let's move forward. We're going into finances right now. Okay, so what is the message here for the collective in regards to finances, please? Again, I'm using the, all right off the bat, I'm using the Seers deck. So your card that came out, guys, is the Seven of Swords in reverse. I will show you. Oh, beautiful. Bottom of the deck is the Empress, right? So this is that Taurus energy. This is this creativeness. Now, hang on, guys, because this is in reverse. So this is what it looks like upright. Okay, but it's in reverse. So usually the Seven of Swords has this bad kind of negative energy behind it. Swords have to do with truth, justice, speaking, communication. So this could be in Gemini season as well. But the Seven of Swords is somebody being deceitful or somebody lying or somebody, just all those negative type of terms. But I don't usually see it that way. I don't read it that way. For me as a reader, personally, intuitively, I read it as, because it's about 7 swords. So 5, the person's walking away with, and 2 in the traditional deck is 2 swords left behind in the ground. So what I feel is that you choose and pick your battle. Okay, you choose and pick your battle, because not everything is deserving of a battle. Sometimes some things just can't be defeated. So you got to leave it alone and walk away from it, right? You did all you could do with the 2 swords sitting there. You said all you could say, and you took the actions of what you needed to do. And so you may feel defeatist of it, and it may look like it's a cowardly way of doing things and just taking your stuff and leaving. But sometimes some things just need to be done that way. Sometimes it's not cowardly, but some things need to just be left as it is. You pick up and you move on. It's in reverse, right? So I feel that whatever, and now I'm getting more mental. So whatever it is that you're feeling mentally, you're leaving those things behind. You're, oh, Aileen's in the building. Peace, peace, peace. So, yeah, this Instagram is weird. The setup is weird. And then here goes my little scarf. Sorry, guys. I just got into a mode, right? You're leaving behind certain things, or it's like what you said, and that's it. And you're moving away. You're moving on from it. It's like you said what you needed to say, and that's that. There's no going back to it. There's no double backing, because you're walking on. But with this guy here, like, let's take a look at him. He's not even looking back. Sometimes in the other decks, he's kind of like looking backwards or like looking sideways at, no. See these feathers as well. This is your angels letting you know what your path, your destiny, where you need to be is the path. With these crows here, I'm getting like the naysayers, the people that have something to always talk about, always squawk about, and say. Oh, Aline, I'm not doing any. I'm doing a live reading for everybody. I'm not doing a one-on-one, hun. But text me in the DM if you want a personal reading. Okay, so Instagram has a new font. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like, what? So also, it doesn't matter what these people say, though, because you're on your path. You're doing what you need to do. You're moving forward. Yeah, and I feel that it is people close to you. It's usually that way, though, right? It's usually the hey, Brandon, salute. Yes, I will. Hey, Uncle Frank. Thank you. Yellow Jesus in the building. Okay, so somebody wanted to see what the Empress looked like. All right, so she usually is looking like this. Most of the time, I like this deck because it's very like, it's visually beautiful. Like, it's just so, I don't know. The artist did a really, really good job of interpretation. But the traditional tarot, she's sitting kind of like on a throne, and she has her shirt. You can't really tell that she's pregnant. But again, guys, we won't get hung up on the fact that it's a woman, because the Empress and the Emperor are very strong energies. They're very, they are the feminine and the masculine. They are that dominant dominant energy. But what this has to do with is birthing a new perspective. And also we have this moon here, right? So this could be the time next week when we hit that lunar eclipse that you guys are going to be doing a lot of magical things, whether procreating, somebody could be coming through, baby wise. But this is, like I said, this is about your thoughts. So I'm getting that if financially things, whatever you put your basket into, again, you guys are doing this whole, like, I'm leaving the plantation and I'm going on my own. I'm not sticking around at this job anymore and doing what I've been doing. I'm, moving on. I'm growing, and my horizons are growing, like you're exceeding past where you need to be. Again, this is a moon here as well. Or is it the moon? Yes, it is the moon. So I feel like you guys are going to be doing a lot of this work, this root work, spiritual work behind the scenes to get where you need to be as far as growth wise. And prosperity is the money thing, right? So there could be these people, behind you, like, no, don't leave. What are you going to do regarding money? How are you going to, make it? This person is like with the city. So you could be having a city job. You could be working in the city. But you're like, you know what? I'm taking my act and I'm going. I'm moving the show on the road. Hunnit's in the building. Peace, peace, peace. And so with that, it's like you're not worried about, commuting back and forth anymore. You're taking your stakes and planting them somewhere else, where this is going to help you grow financially, prosperity, if that's a word. Don't quote me on that. I'm also getting you guys doing, if this is not in regards to like, I'm getting like planting food. You're growing your own stuff. You can also make some money off of that. Why not? All right, so let's move forward because that's for finance. Let's go into health. Oh, you know what? I gotta clarify, right. So I'm gonna use the witch's deck. Using the witch's deck. So because I was gonna use the other one, but I said, me. All right. I don't know. You guys can. I'm gonna keep saying big cat, but a fool. Can you? That's such a silly name. If you can hear the music, because I know you said last time, where's the music at? I didn't hear the music there. All right, so we see Tower here. All right, so let's just clarify why we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Somebody works like security at night, or they do something at night, like they have to work at night. I feel like that's when your ideas really come to light, is when you're at work at night. That probably is your inspiration. Like, damn it, I'm not doing this no more. I can't be working these late hours and whatnot. So you're definitely plotting if you haven't already left. Yeah, Nine of Swords. So this is, that stressful situation. You could, this is heavy on the heart. If you have a family and you're trying to make better moves, but like the 9 to 5 holds you down financially. It's tough. But again, don't think of the moment, right? As our overall energy, don't think of the moment. Think of what's going to happen in the long term in regards to the finances, because that's something that is going to grow. All right. So again, we could be doing stocks. What's that other thing? Any kind of cryptocurrency. I don't, we had this discussion last week. Yeah. Okay. So we got the Seven of Wands here. So this is clarifying again why we have this Seven of Swords, the Three of Pentacles. Yeah. Somebody's tired of where they're working at. Bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles. It's like you probably doing all the work. Again, I feel like you are somebody who works at night. Like I said, you could be a security guard. All right. And it's like this, I'm pushing away. Like I'm getting out of this environment. It could be toxic as well, because with the crows cocking, all right, there's a lot of chatty pattiness going on. There's a lot of naysayers. Yeah, and just jealousy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not a very healthy environment that you want to be in anymore. I feel like if you're a woman who's pregnant, okay, this is definitely not an environment healthy, health-wise, okay, because you're constantly having to defend yourself. You're constantly having to battle out the other people, and not fighting, but it's just like you're always constantly having to battle with these people. So it's not healthy for this woman, if she is with child, to be in that type of environment. Now she could be the sole breadwinner in the house, and this is where the family's like, oh, well, what are we gonna do? It's gonna work itself out. Okay, there's always divine timing. There's always divine intuitiveness. Okay, you'll know. And obviously your health comes first. Like, F everybody else, things will happen, but your health, if you're incapacitated, then how are you going to get money? Right? It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work. All right, so let us move forward to health. Leading in, perfect segue. All right, good, big cat. Because I was like, wait a minute now. So what? That's how I resonate with you. So we're going to be using the Angel Tarot. And yeah, this deck is a little bit big. So this is for health. Two of Cups. Yeah. You know, this has to do with the family situation and somebody leaving their job. Yeah, with the Chariot here. Yeah. As I split open the deck, we got the Chariot. This is Cancer energy. You know, I'm speaking from a place of where it's personal, not where I'm kind of on a pulpit saying, you know, why don't you just leave then if you're not happy? I'm coming from a situation where I understand these type of these things that come up with, you know, with job, financial security, your health, leaving a place where, you know, it's not conducive for you, whether it be mental health or physical health. So I understand to an extent and to a degree where thank you. I don't know where's Big Willie. I hit him up earlier. So I hope everything is good with him. I know he was doing something for his sister last week. So but yeah, hope he's doing good. Big Willie style. Holding it down. All right, so yeah. Like I said, I went out later. So we got the Chariot again. So this has to, yeah, this is about moving. Okay, so also we're going to be going after Gemini is Cancer. So we're going into the Cancer season. Somebody could be diagnosed with cancer, but I'm getting remission because with this Chariot moving, I feel like it's moved through them. So they're like going through recovery. All right, let's go ahead and get what it is. So what is the overall here? All right. Five of Wands. Yeah, all right. So the Five of Wands is your card, you guys. And I'll just read a little bit of it. What's in between that? And the Two of Cups here. This has to do with family. All right. So conflicts with others caused by opposing opinions. Walk away from drama unless the situation is really worth your time. Then stand up for yourself. Very ambiguous people. So with this Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck here, this is this water sign energy as well. This is a fire sign, so Aries. So I feel like if you need to leave a job because for whatever reason, whether it be I'm getting it's more of a mental thing though that you want to leave. It's not so much a financial situation. It's more like I can't take this place anymore. I'm going to lose my mind if I have to come back here and deal with these people. I might have to step to somebody if it gets too crazy, right? But you know you can't really do that. So you just like I'm a chill. I'm gonna have to leave. I got to be the bigger person here, and I have to leave. But also, if that's not the case, I feel like this is more heavy of it though. But if that's not the case, you're just getting to a point where you're like, the walls are closing in, the ceilings, you reach that peak. And it's like, now what do I do for myself? I want to have something for myself, generational wealth, leave for my family, and just be comfortable, not be stressed out with the typical 9 to 5 and just kind of do your own thing. Even though that's stressful as well, you know, because you got to be on top of it more. So it's not like somebody's actually there doing the work. You got to do the work. You got to be the chef, cleaner, what do you call it, bottle washer, and all that other good stuff, right? So with the Two of Cups here, this is your family, this is your relationship, but if it's about mental health, I feel like your family has your back because you're presenting yourself at home where you could be snapping off at everybody, right? Just it's trickling into your home life. So you're like, I can't do this. It's affecting my lifestyle. It's affecting my home, right? And so you're taking that reflection, like, I got to do something about it. right? And you have the idea, you have what it takes to make that leap, right? And again, it's also about belief and faith and having and knowing that you can create your own destiny at the end of the day. It might not come right away, right? But you're putting in the work. You guys have been doing this, like I said, for the past 2 months straight. I could go back to the beginning up until now and see that you guys here in the collective have been making the magic. You guys have been making those steps to move a little closer and closer to where you want to be, where you need to be as your own business, your own entrepreneur. There's nothing wrong with doing the 9 to 5 or the 8 to 3 or the 12 to 8 or whatever the case may be, because it brings in the money, and you can use that money to help you capitalize on moving forward in your own personal, your entrepreneur, being that you have that money saved, you're doing that, you're buying whatever you need to do, right? So your family has your back, okay? With this 2 of Cups here, if it's not family, okay, this is close friends that are like family, all right. But the bottom, I don't want to say bottom of the deck because not the bottom of the deck. The overall is that your decision is going to be taken into consideration. It's going to be coming from the heart. The family's going to understand. Your friends will understand. This needs to be done. It's not healthy for you to be like that. And then you're barking at everybody. All right. So now we're going to move on to romance using the angel romance. Okay. So Andor's in the building. Peace, peace, peace. All right. So we're going to go into wedding. Yeah. So if you guys are making a decision, when I say you guys, that's how we talk here. You guys. It's not specifically just guys, it's guys and girls. If these decisions have to do with you having to speak with your partner, right? I am getting that they are going to be understanding because they see it in you. They probably see you tired or stressed, or like I said, the barking and the being defensive and over offensive or oversensitive. So they're going to be with you along this step because I saw wedding. So, yeah, I feel like your partner is going to be supportive with you. Also, there could be some, spring weddings. This is the season for people to be getting married or getting engaged, healing family issues. Yes. Right. So this is that whole mental thing. Like, I need to move away from this job because my mental health is like, it's not good. It's not healthy for my family. My family is ready to leave me because, I'm going off. Right. So let's see. All right. So it is safe to love. Let me get a sip of tea. All righty. So let's get some message. Let's get a message here for the collective in regards to romance. Ooh. You guys know how I love me some romance. All right. So unrequited love. That just flipped right out. And what is this? Very soon and soulmate. Bottom of the deck. So, yep. This is not necessarily about a new love or a new relationship. But what I'm getting is that, again, like I just said, about somebody ready to leave because they can't tolerate you anymore because you're just unbearable. You got to do something about it. So this is your soulmate. As I said, again, this is your partner. So your partner really gets you. If they're your soulmate, they understand and they will let you do you so that you can get yourself together. It's about reciprocity and respect. So if you're flipping out at home because the job's got you stressed out and you are just overwhelmed and overworked, and you are really ready to just like, I can't wait to do my own thing. This unrequited love is the problem because it's like, nobody wants to really be around somebody who's just kind of like nasty, I'm getting bipolar. So 1 minute they're nice, 1 minute they're nasty, 1 minute they're nice, 1 minute they're nasty. And your family's like, look, mofo, what we're going to do is go pack up and you stay here while we go do what we have to do, because you're bugging right now. You're bugging. But not, I'm just saying, like, somebody might need to go take a walk somewhere. All right, but this is your soulmate and they understand what you're going through. So the kudos to you guys. You got a supportive team here who gets you, who understands it. They're, if they understand you, they know the mood swings. So it's not to take it personally, although it is personal because you're dealing with the person personally. So, there could be this unrequited love where you're like, I'm not dealing with you today. Right. And so, let's get another love oracle to clarify. So it says here for the card, it says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. I just think this is a momentarily thing. If this is what's going on in your life, the job and stuff, this is bigger. This is a bigger situation than just it being love and, this whole romantic thing. No, these are really big human adult problems. These are grown folk problems where, you're having a lot of stress at work, whatever the case may be. So therefore, the attraction, like, I feel like once you guys, whoever it is, starts feeling better in where you're at, so stupid. Once you guys are starting to, move forward in where you want to be and what you need to do, your demeanor starts to change. You know what I mean? Your mood changes. Because look, he's like, oh, darling, I'm so sorry for the way I treated you. And then look at everybody in the background. Oh, were you ready to just take your hand, go slap him, and go sit down somewhere? I have to deal with this, 9 months? I'm getting 9 months. Ooh, if she's pregnant, she's about to give birth. So he's like, darling, and she's just moody. All right. So this is, woman, the Empress. I understand that. Get the hell away from me. All right. Especially if you're hot. Oh, God. Kudos to the women, man, because, especially in the heat. Somebody's giving birth soon. Okay. This is a Taurus baby coming in. Could be a Gemini baby. And she's just ready to kick everybody and their grandmother out. Mm-hmm. So, all right. Let's see. Why is this... Somebody got kicked out their house. That's not funny. Somebody got kicked out their house, and it's like, baby, please, baby, please. And you're like, I can't deal with this bipolarness. All right. But it is your soulmate, so they understand. You guys understand each other. There's no worries about that. Yes, Big Cat says moving and grooving. All right. So no, it's not. All right. So what do we have? We got a lot of cards I want to jump out. All right. So we got girl with the snake. All right. And the golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissistic. Yeah, this is that bipolar thing that I was just talking about. And what were the other two cards? Ascending and talking. All right. So 4 cards wanted to come out for the love. All right. Soulmates, right in the middle. So yeah, you guys are soulmates. Coffin, bottom of the deck. As I said, guys, whatever the situation is temporarily. It's not something that is like, this is the end of all, things as we know it. This is the end of my relationship. This is the end of my job. Things have to be in a process, right? So I'm going to read out the first 2 cards that came out. So the girl with the snake is the empath. So somebody is a narcissist. All right. Let's be for real now. Somebody is a narcissist. All right. They can actually be the problem. It might not be the job. This person could actually be a problem. Okay. they play this victim role where it's woe is me, it's me against them. They're the ones that are always targeting me. And sometimes you got to question, like, well, why are they targeting you? What did you do? What? Explain to me the situation. What happened? Explain, Lucy. Explain. So yeah, they have this victimhood about them. This is somebody you're close with, right? The narcissist came out twice. This is narcissism twice. Somebody has a smooth way of talking. With the snake, you think of slick. They're slick with their mouth. And with the swords, that's like communication. So somebody could be a Gemini. Somebody could have a Gemini in them. They never really look at themselves as the problem. They look at other people outside of them, and it's like, well, why are you doing this to me? Why did you say this? Why? It's like always why? But they never really take accountability of, it's them. Did you ever think the problem is you and not me? So this is where that unrequited love comes in, because it's like, I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling you. You always think it's about you. You're always playing the victim, and it could be you that's causing the problem. You know what I'm saying? It actually could be with you, not you, the person. All right. So then we got talking and ascending. Ascending says transcending obstacles, learning expansion, new phase, preparing for union. And talking is, of course, talking, addressing, emails, text messages, phone calls, hovering, awaited messages. All right. So Gemini, what you do to me. A lot of this stuff is going to be taking place real quick during this Gemini season. All right. Like I said, Gemini is coming up in another couple of days. So you could be getting affected by this. That's right, Big Cat. Like, please. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. My Vicky Dillard. This person is like a smooth talker. They know how to turn the words around and make it so that they seem like they are the victim. Yeah, that's a Gemini. Yeah. That's that dual personality. That's what I'm saying. This bipolar, that's making sense now, guys. This is making sense. That's that dual personality. So 1 minute they're like, they're lovey, and I don't know. It's like, it's just weird. They're lovey-dovey, and then they're nasty. They like I said, they have this way about them that they know how to talk. They know how to say things, whether it be through communication of text messaging. Also, remember, we're going into Mercury Retrograde next week. So this is the time that they're going to probably try to say certain things, and it's just going to be miscommunication. So be mindful about what they say, how this person says it to you. This is somebody close to you guys. And now, it doesn't necessarily mean it is your partner. It could be just, somebody really close to you that you deem as a soulmate. They just get you. But this might be the time when you're looking at them sideways, like, what did you just say? Because it's not going to make sense. A lot of stuff is going to be opening up to us in our eyes, where we're going to see things, hear things that it's just going to be like, you know what? That's not even resonating with me anymore. I'm done. So this is what I'm getting. All right. Let's get an oracle here. And let's get a wisdom oracle, because we need some wisdom to deal with this Gemini season. Because I tell you, it's already kicking off. Yeah. It's a cycle, though. It's a cycle. But I feel like their personality is going to be triggered even more. So if this person, oh my gosh, this is stemming back to the finances. I feel like this person, they don't keep jobs for a long time. If you, like, somebody who's like, oh, I've been on the job for 10 years. I've been on the job for 20 years, 15 years. This person doesn't stay long at their jobs. And I feel like it's because of their personality, but you can never peg why they don't stay at a job long enough. You're always just like, oh, you got a new job again? Okay. And you don't really think too much into it. But this month is going to expose this type of behavior where you're going to really be like, you know what? No, mofo, it's really you. It's not them. It's you who has a problem. And this person doesn't really like to take accountability. So there's two sides to it. There is somebody who is trying to work hard and get out of the situation. They're stressed. That's the first thing. But now digging into the second layer, I'm getting that there's this Gemini, or there's this narcissistic personality that's coming out. It's going to show, because they're going to be in their element. They're going to be in the Gemini. And their behavior and their pattern is going to show even more. And this may just cause you to be like, that unrequited love. I don't know. Somebody keeps getting fired, Big Cat. That's what I'm getting. Or they just don't stay long enough. I feel like either they can't handle the tension of certain things, or they are getting fired. I just see that this person leaves their job. They don't hold a job down long enough. Well, I'm getting Calvin. Calvin? You know that McDonald's commercial? I just saw that not too long ago. Calvin. Yeah, this person just doesn't stay, but I feel it's their personality. All right, they ruffle some feathers is what I'm getting. They ruffle some feathers. All right. Good. My sister says she needs that. My sister from another mister. Yeah, and with this coffin here at the bottom of the deck, this could seal the deal, put the nail in the coffin with this relationship, whether it be a friend, family, or your soulmate, or or your boo, whoever you want to say that to, your loved one. Yeah, this is like the nail in the coffin. It's like, I'm done. Like you are just too much. That energy, we don't need those type of energies around us. The slithering, that fork. You know how the snake's tongue is like two-sided, right? They taught two-sided. That's the Gemini. And so, yeah, with this, what does it say here? Endings, beginning, new begin. Wait, ending, being new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. But as I said, this is a cycle. So, while you could be like, you know what, I'm done with your ass. Come Cancer season, it's as nothing ever happened. But it could be, you could be just like, I'm done. This is a mental health. This person causes mental health issues with you, right? Because just like you always trying to figure out what is wrong with this person. Why is there always something going on here? It could be their ass causing you the mental strife where you're like, you know what, you gotta go. My mental health is better than is mental health over all that nonsense. I don't care how close you are. I don't care if that's your kid, your sister, your mother, your cousin. I'm telling you, mental health is key. You got to put those people on a pause for a minute, a long minute. That's what you do. Because come on, if you can't mentally deal with certain things, how is your physical health going to hold up? You think it's going to hold up when your mind is not strong enough? All right, so let's get an oracle here. I am using the Wisdom Oracle, and we are wrapping it up. Calvin is one of those old... Brandon says Calvin is one of those old school names like Ruth and Calvin is an old school name. I don't know why that name popped up, but I'm just like Calvin, because I don't know, Calvin, like, I don't know. Just roll with me. Just roll with me. It could be an old school. That's what I'm saying. It could be an old head. It could be an old school person who it's like, well, damn, you're too old to be losing jobs. You're too old to be going through all this. And you never understand why did they do that? But it's them. It's their personality. All right. So we got the leg up. What I just say, you guys, your health is wealth. That's breaking down to 7. So, in July, things could cool off. We got the polar bears here. You could be just feeling better after dealing with this person. Like, I let all that go. I'm good. Mental health, I tell you. People play down on mental health, but you got to be for real. You got to be for real. If somebody's always stressing you out, or the situation is always stressing you out, or you get around this person and you're just like intense, and you can't understand why, but trust me, there's good stressors and there's bad stressors. I learned this in psychology class. So good stressors are, being around a lot of people and having fun, and it overexcites you and you're overwhelmed, right? The bad stress is that being around some people and you just like, you don't know why you get these certain vibes and these feelings around these people. Yeah, that's a bad stress. This person constantly losing their job. Maybe you're the one that has to keep the fort down and they're always kind of like drifting. They're like, listen, Calvin. All right, let's get a wisdom, please, for the collective. All right. Ooh, poised. Beautiful. So poised. Thank you. And bottom up, we're blessed. Beautiful. Just want you to know you're my baby girl. All right, I know I sang that wrong. All right, so you guys are blessed, right? And poised. That's what I'm saying. After this cycle blows, you're going to be sitting there like, what? Who is you? And what did you say? What? Because you're not taking the bull crap anymore. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you've probably taken a lot of this for a long time. And you kind of just roll with the punches like, all right, you know, you're going through something. Okay. Who isn't? But it's like, I'm telling you, they're going to show themselves. They're really going to show who they are. And I see it's coming in this Gemini season, or they are a Gemini, but they're going to just be enhanced even more. So you're going to see right through it. Okay. But you're standing on your square. This is your card. So what is that? 10, 11, 12. That's breaking down to 3. All right. 3 is about also cooperation. Yeah. Action. You're taking the action to stand on your square, to stand for your principle. You guys are going to be doing that magic, that mirror magic stuff, as we said before. You're taking care of yourself. You're taking care of your mental health. And sometimes we can't, you know, certain battles just can't be fought. So we got to leave certain things behind. Like this, like the 7 of Swords, we leave 2 swords behind and leave it in the mud. It is what it is. Some people are not going to like that. Why? Because they depend on you, or you have this rapport with them already. So it's like, why are you changing up on me? And then they're going to think you're the funny one, but it's them. They're the funny ones. You're just protecting your mental, right? You are blessed at the end of the day. Heavy on the prayers again, guys. Heavy on the prayers, heavy on the meditation. Clean out this energy. There's a lot of energy that's going to go on right now, and we need to keep our energy sacred, our energy cleansed. All right. If you could do sage up. If you can do the Palo Santo sticks, do that. Incense. Take a eucalyptus bath, Epsom salt and Himalayan salt. If you can't take a bath, you take a shower. Put all that that mental energy, that mental energy where you want everything cleared out away from you. You can do spiritual baths. It's standing up. If you can't do a shower, you just put in the herbs. I don't have a list of things that you can put in. I make my own concoction, to be honest. That's why I'm the spiritual alchemist. I move however it tells me to, whatever they tell me to put in, I put it in. And this is going to help with that. But you got to be consistent. And you guys have been consistent. Consistency is the key. Why am I getting a commercial? To stay on that square, because there's going to be people that are going to try to bump you off. They're going to, and not that they can, because look at this podium. Look, you kind of rocked me a little bit. I'm a little shook up, but I haven't left my square. I haven't left it. I'm still there. Right? So that's what we want to do. That's how we're going to be moving for the next couple of months. We got 22. All right. This is a master number here as well. This is a master builder. So you're building yourself up. You're taking care of yourself. You're building up this square. So this is what you're doing to these people around you, this person. You're building up your fortress, because they're going to come. Foxy just told you they're coming with the BS. So now you're guarded up. You're standing on your square like, all right, guys. All right. Whoever this is, I got you. I got you. And you're not moving. All right. So that has been the collective reading for the midweek check-in. I would use this really till the following week because we're coming into Gemini. And we need to remember this message and be mindful with it towards the middle of next week, because this energy is going to be consistent with us. It's going to be here for another couple of weeks, but I will pick up whatever is coming up next week. But for right now, I would try to use this message, for the rest of the weekend. Because as I said, again, we're going to be having some real heavy hitters next week, right? With that lunar eclipse. So if anybody else, Brandon says, what? Calvin's on the chopping. All right, Brandon says he's rolling. All right, cool. All right, Instagram, thank you for coming through. And the right time is for you. Hello, good morning, good night. And catch you guys on the flip side. Peace. So, all right, anybody wants a reading, they can. If not, I think I will dive in a little bit. We at 110. All right, so I'm remembering. So I'm not saying they're a bad thing. I mean, they're just, I lived with the Gemini. Tupac, that's my husband. That's my number one. I don't have a problem with Geminis personally. That's not, but they are just, the energy of them is kind of like, when I live, with my stepfather, may he rest in eternal peace. He can get a little neurotic sometimes. And, it was like, okay. So no, I don't have any beefs with the Geminis. I'm just saying that, fool wants to, okay. I don't have any beefs with them. I'm just saying, they're a little off. So we're remembering Malcolm X today. It's his birthday. It was his birthday. And we know that he was assassinated by the powers that be. I just want to put this out. Copyright law of 1976, under the First Amendment of the Fair Use provision, allowed for the uses of copyrighted works in news, commentary, reviews, criticism, teaching, and parody. Disclaimer, copyright. I just need to put that out there, because if I say something, I haven't personally been, let's clear that out. I've never personally had any of this shadow bans that people keep talking about. That hasn't happened to me yet. But I do want to, dot my I's and cross my T's in case we talk about something that could be possibly be flagged in the future. So, all right. So Fool wants a card. Also, I also have this book, The Art of War by SunTzu. Right. And I feel, salute, Leroy, salute. It worked. It's tied in. I get these downloads like kind of sporadically. It's not, sometimes I think about what I'm gonna do. This came to me last night. This book. But of course, Malcolm X, I wanted to talk about because it is his solar return, would have been his 96 solar return. And he is one of my heroes, along with Honorable Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass, not all the heavy hitters, but those guys. And I internalized Frederick Douglass as well. But definitely Malcolm X is right up there. He's like my top. So if I had 5, he's like 2. No. Yeah, first it was Frederick Douglass. So Malcolm is 2. And of course, 5th, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Probably Tupac takes it all. But anyway, and he read this while he was in prison. But this book ties into like the plot and how nefarious certain agents are within the corporation, right? And trying to now we know that Alex Haley took notes down of what Malcolm was telling him, but Alex Haley kind of changed certain things around to change the narrative. But I wanted to read the book before I watched the movie, and the movie was awesome. But yeah, it's just, I like the fact that he changed his life around from being this, little thug, if you want to call it that, and turned his life around and became very disciplined in his spirituality, and disciplined for the people, and disciplined with his family. So this also has that to do with you got to know how to strategize certain things. We're at what we call this spiritual warfare. We're in a time where it's crazy, spiritually, physically. So we need to guard ourselves. Now is not the time to be, if somebody's got issues going on with themselves and they kind of like spill it over onto you, don't try to make that your problem. It's their situation, it's their issue that they need to take care of. Because we have a lot of other things going on in life that, honestly, it's time to be a little selfish. It's time to kind of reel certain things back in from people, persons, places, or things, so that you can have more of your mental clarity, your spiritual, clarity. Because we're going to have a lot of energy that's going to try to tether on to you guys. Umar is not up there. He's not up there in my top 5, Brandon. But I listen, we had this conversation before. I like what he has to say. I receive his message. Everything else is kind of like, all right, that's how he feels. That's how he feels. So this message here is for Big Cat. Let me spray myself down. Remember, I have my Sageless sprays. If anybody's interested, you don't have to purchase it. I'll send it out to you guys if you like it and you want to purchase another one. First time, you don't have to. Second time, if you're interested, sure, a couple of bucks here, but otherwise, no big deal. Also, you guys can hit me up on Cash App, Foxy Moon, $ Foxy Moon. I don't know who that is, Brandon. So this is a message for Big Cat. All right. All right. So let's get this little mini reading. Woo. You got two cards that popped out. Ooh, and the World card, bottom of the deck. Big Cat. This reading's to Big Cat. All right. So your first card that popped out is the 10 of Cups. Love it. This is about family, wish fulfillment, contentment. And then I also got, we got the Fool. Look at that. This is you. The Fool card. I love it. Brandon, I don't know who that is, but if you want to elaborate, we can. So this is a message for Big Cat here. All right. So 2 cards came out. The bottom of the deck is the World. All right. I'm getting, you know what? You're doing a lot of stuff. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing, but I have a feeling. How can I say this? I just feel your energy. You know what I mean? And I feel that you are doing stuff outside, your shadow work. You're taking care of that. But you're also taking care of the family. You're making boss moves is what I'm getting. All right. With this Fool card, taking that journey. I feel like you're moving your family in a different direction, whether it be either spiritually or just, I'm getting enjoyment. Yeah. And fulfillment. Okay. So now I don't want to put you on blast, but I feel like the family's dynamic is changing, like happy wise. I feel like there's an up tempo and upbeat with the family. Possibly, if you could be getting a pet. Remember I said the dog, maybe somebody's like pissed off at their own dog, just because they're so stressed out. Leave Rover. Yeah, and with this world card here, it's definitely, you definitely come from a completion. So I definitely feel like there was like this, not, I don't want to say dark, but there was like this heavy element around you guys. And I feel like there's been like this it's like light lifted, shifted. All right. There's definitely an air around you and your family. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Yeah, with this world card here, this is beautiful. I'm also getting possibly traveling or vacationing. This is also, ooh, the islands. I want to see pictures. Yeah, taking a trip to the islands with the family. Okay, that's also lifting up the vibration. That's what it is, vibration. The vibration of the family. Yeah. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, we got this water over here too. So the islands, I'm getting Peru, the Caribbeans, somewhere up in the mountains. So that could be like what? I don't know, Costa Rica, not Costa Rica, but I'm definitely getting like either South America or somewhere in the islands. That is up in the mountains though. Not necessarily by the beach. I'm just getting you guys are like up in the mountains. And that's fine too. That's nice and cool up there as well. So Leroy wants a reading. Hold on. Okay, she's been on the haters show. Oh no, I don't know about her, Brandon. Hold on. So now let me start writing people. All right, so we got Big Cat. All right. Yeah, I want to see pictures, Big Cat. Leroy wants a picture. I mean, a picture. Leroy wants a reading. Let me get a oracle for a Big Cat. Let's get an angel's answers for Big Cat. Let's get an oracle. Yeah, I just definitely feel like there's a definite shift within the family. Just everybody's feeling like light and feeling better. I feel like you're the one that's taking charge, like spearheading the family in this direction. But definitely taking a trip. Nice. All right. Recovery. So if you decide to plan to take this trip, this is also going to help you spiritually. If it's not you going with your family, I feel like it's you going on this trip. It's somewhere where your ancestors are. It's somewhere where your ancestors live. So wherever your ancestors, but they live in the mountains, if that makes sense. And it's in the islands. Your ancestors are calling you to go back. Now you can take your family, but I feel like it's you that they need to connect with, because we have this recovery here right in the middle of the deck. I feel like you've been, helpful people. So I feel like if you haven't been calling out to them, they've been coming to you. So therefore, with this trip, it's about spiritual healing. My stomach just got in knots. Wow. I'm like, you know how you get like your stomach starts to like tie up in knots when you're nervous. Like I'm like, whoa, they want you. Okay, let's get an angel. All right, so 2 cards came out. They came out in reverse. The first one is no, and the second one was compromise. So this is what they look like upright. Wow, Big Cat. Oh my gosh. You see, I said South America. All right, and we got opportunities. So all right, if you didn't know that, now you know. It's like you can't compromise this, because I feel like you asked them for help, and now it's like they're like, come to me. They've been around, but it's almost like you got to go back to your motherland, is what I'm getting. Got to go back to where the ancestors are at. This is remember the legal contract we saw earlier that was in reverse. It's in reverse again. So maybe hold off after retrograde, which is like 3 weeks. Because there could be some flight issues, there could be some delays and stuff like that. So don't try to go and book like now. Yeah, wait until afterwards, because this is why it's in reverse. It's like don't do it just yet, because it could be held up, right? And if you want to plan with the family, then that's probably also another reason why to hold back, so that you can like make sure, where you can make sure that everybody's can come with you, if that makes sense. Yeah, but it's like a vacation. But that's what it is, like a vacation. For you, it's more of you getting in tune with the ancestors, tapping into that frequency. I feel like they're going to nourish you and cleanse you when you go. So that's beautiful. I if I keep talking more, my stomach is going, I'm in knots right now. I'm so like excited. I'm like, ooh, like my stomach is just sucked in. That's the energy that I'm feeling. It's because it's heavy. It's like they're like, come home, come home. I feel like that's where all the blessings, all the, you're making a way, is what I'm seeing, is like you made a way to like move all this energy out, this negative, and not energy, but all the stagnant energy for you and your family. And it's like, they're blessing you. They're going to bless you after that. Because it's you putting in the work. See, you can't sit back and be like, oh yeah, y'all can take care of me. Y'all can help me out. And you're not doing the work. How's that? All right. So that was that message. Crypto in the building. What's up, crypto banks? All right. So, who else said they wanted a reading? Leroy, are you here? Okay, beautiful. I love it, Big Cat. I'm excited. That's what it is. It's this anticipation. My stomach just got into that anticipation. Like, whoo, I can't. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited for you. All right. So Leroy's in the building. What am I going to use? Ooh, I think I'm going to get spicy and sauce it up and use my Kipper's deck, because I feel like Leroy's mysterious. So we're going to crack open the Kipper's deck. All right, cool. So main man, we see you, Leroy. That's it. Look at that. I see. I know. I was like, wait a minute. Leroy be coming through. He's a little mysterious. I'm gonna have to peep him out. Let's see what's going on. All right. So we got main man. Okay. And we got mature woman at the bottom there. All right. So close to a mother figure or a grandmother, somebody maternal. Where's Nassau at? Nassau's been quiet. That's right. Drink that water. Health is wealth. All right. So the first card that popped out, you got 3 cards that popped out. I'll take it because, we're in a small little group today. So that's fine. Look at this scarf. It's already acting up again. All right. So we got House of, in reverse. This is what it looks like upright. The next 2 cards is occupation and thief. All right. These are the other 2 cards that came out for you. And the bottom, ooh, beloved's in the building, as my beautiful OG, spiritual OG says. All right, so you got sudden wealth at the bottom of the deck with coffin behind that. Okay. And this is a master number here, 11. So this is a very intuitive, spiritual number. All right. So if this isn't not materialistic money that's coming through, this is money that's being inherited. This is like a will because I got coffin here at the bottom. So there's a deceased person, maternal, on the maternal side. All right, that's come through the house. Why I keep getting the house and the thief? Like somebody is really, all right. So the first card that came out is house for you, and then occupation, and then thief. But I'm going to touch on thief in a minute. With this sudden, the bottom of the deck with this sudden wealth, it could be that you're inheriting a home from this deceased maternal person. It could be an aunt who's like a mother figure. It could be a grandmother, or it could be a mother. But somebody who is an older woman, right? And they have this property here. I'm getting that the house is, it's like no one's occupying it right now. I feel like it's in foreclosure, or it's like it's just sitting there. There's something that's valuable in there, so be careful, because with this thief card here, there could be some stuff. Yeah, there could be some money sitting around in this house. But I'm also getting that there's a person that knows about this. So it could be family members that are trying to get in on with this house as well. Because, you could flip it. If somebody doesn't want to keep the house as a family home, they could flip it and make some money off of it. That's where the sudden wealth can also come in. But this person worked really hard to get this home. So it's almost like it's like a family home. I'm also getting a lawyer. The lawyer is being shady, because we know that that's how they can be sometimes. Some of them. All right, let's clarify. I'm going to get a little deeper and clarify why is that here. What do I use? Let me use the should I use the mango? No, I'm going to use the Seers deck to clarify. Oh yes, Brandon, that's right. Search the house real good, right? Make sure. And it might not necessarily be money that's laying around. I feel like there's like valuable objects in this home. So this person passed away recently, or they're going to pass. I feel like this person has, because we got the coffin here with this sudden wealth. So they could have recently passed. So therefore, that's why the house is like not really like up for sale or in the foreclosure just yet, because it just happened, right? So you guys want to go through the home and just look for valuable objects. It could be antique-ish objects. I feel like here she's got this what is that, sewing machine? And then this has like a lot, what is that, the slot machine? But it may not be these particular two things, but what I'm getting is that there's valuable objects in the house. And if somebody, if you have neighbors nearby and they know that this person passed on, just be mindful, because they could be creeping and looking just like you. Make sure that the home is locked up, right? Because we got the locks at the bottom here. Make sure that that place is locked up, and just try to take out as much valuable stuff as possible. All right, because there's people that will come around. And that number is 6. So try to do it as quickly as possible, because we'll be going to be coming into this month of June, which is the 6th month. All right, so why is this all here, please? Yeah, this is a maternal parent, or if it's not a mother, it's definitely on a mother's side. Okay, so we got the Hermit here at the bottom. We got 3 cards. All right, so 3 cards for 3 cards, with the Fool card in reverse. All right, so the bottom of the deck is the Fool card. All right. So we got the Moon, the King, and the 7. All right, so the first card that popped out was the Moon. Yeah, this is a maternal, this is a mother, very heavy with mother figure. So it could be an aunt that's like a mother figure. It could be a grandmother that's a mother figure, or a mother. We got the King of Wands in reverse. And then the Seven of Wands. Yeah, so this house needs to be very protected. Yeah, this is okay. This is somebody very close to you. Okay. If it's not directly like in like right next to you like that, like mother, this is definitely but in this family, like on that side of the family. Yeah, and with this moon card and this thief here, I'm just like they're gonna try to scheme. Some people are gonna be scheming at, because at night there's no lights on in the house, right? So just try to get as much as you think would be valuable. Definitely jewelries and anything old or electronics. If you can't take it all, just try to put it in storage. All right. Yeah, and then and if somebody's if it's not you, okay, just I would advise, and I'm not a lawyer, so there's a disclaimer. But I'm not going to use that word advise, but be mindful about who you ask to help you with taking care of your family's property. All right, because they don't have the best interests. So if it is like a lawyer or there's some kind of medium or not medium, don't get a medium either then. Because this medium, if you're going to try to get the medium to contact the spirit world, they're a crook. They're not for real. But no, like a mediator. Be mindful about who it is because they don't have the best interest. They're just trying to like take the money. All right. All right. So let's get you a let's get an angels for you. Okay. Who else is here? Anybody else? Brandon. No, Brandon, don't throw anything out. That stuff looks old, like you never, I don't know. You know what it looks like. It's like, yeah, keep that. Just put it in storage. You don't got to take it all with you. Just put it in storage. Like, all right, now we can go through it. I just feel like it needs to be out of the house. Like furniture and stuff, that big stuff can sit in there. But I feel like, if it's electronics or antiques, jewelry, definitely coins. I'm getting coins. All right, take action. Yeah. As soon as I open up the deck, take action. So, yep. Be mindful about who is having, taking affairs of the home, the estate, the will, anything like that. All right. So the trust. Yep. Okay. What else? All right, so your card is Wait. That came out as the angel answers and ask your angels in reverse. It's the bottom of the deck. So this is what it looks like. Yeah, somebody might want to be doing medium, getting a medium in the house or just getting a medium. That person, is not, they don't have the best, they're in for the money. They're not. It's hard, some people play on people's weaknesses, their intelligence. I just feel like if there's somebody somebody might try to reach out to a medium to contact this person that's passed away. That person is not, you need to wait. First of all, when we contact, some people they're so bereaved that they want to contact their deceased right away. The deceased will make themselves appear to you. You don't need to reach out to them. That's first. Second of all, they have a channel that they got to go through. They have stations that they have to go through when they pass on. So it's not advisable to try to seek away because you need answers, or somebody's so bereaved that they want to speak to this person. They're going to make their presence be known, but you got to let them have their time to transition because they're going through stations. They're going through channels that they got to get to before you can try to get somebody to come in and remember, they're in limbo, for better lack of words. No, I've never been on that side. I never had a near-death experience, but I'm very close in that realm, to say the least. And so what I've been also learning and understanding is that there is stations. They do have to go through certain stations that you can't just try to get to them because I understand you're sad and you're hurt and you want answers, or you just want to hear them. They're going to definitely make their presence known to you, but try not to reach out to get them because they're going through their transitions. So wait. But I think that's in regards to try to getting a medium. Yeah, because with the bottom here is ask your angels. Just let them go through their progress. I would say at least a week. I was also told while doing my research that when you light candles for the deceased, they say not to light it like right away for them. Again, because they're going through a transition. So like wait a couple of days and then light the candle. So that's another thing too that somebody can do instead of trying to like reach out for them. But they'll definitely make themselves known and they'll appear. Okay. All right. So that was that. That's your reading. Yeah, Big Cat. Thank you. Yeah. So if I'm lying, correct me, but I kind of understand and get the more that I'm growing in my levels, the more I'm understanding, why certain things are done. I'm not a professional. You can't be a professional spiritual person. You just are. Either you are or you aren't. And then if you are, there's levels to it, right? It's not just today I'm a guru or whatever the case may be. But anywho, you're very welcome, Leroy. All right, so I think that's it. I don't know if we want to discuss. If anybody else wants a reading, please. Personal readings, we do it. If you want, I'll drop it in the link. Contact me at IG. Or Spiritual Alchemist. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Big Cat, we did it. We over a minute. We're over a minute. We're over an hour. So that's good. So all right. So I'm gonna log off, guys. It was a great. I'm glad. I didn't want to I didn't want to stay too long on because it's hot. But I'll be back next week, same time, same bat station, to do a collective. But there was something else. Yeah, I may do a little not personal reading. I may do like little mini readings like towards the end of the week. But they're not going to be live. I'll just pre-record them, if anything. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. All right. So with that being said, I will catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you so much for everybody who's come through. For my moderator, Big Cat, Brandon, Nassau, Big Willie, you're here with us in our thoughts and prayers. I hope all is well. Yeah, for everybody else who's come through, who's going to watch this later. Thank you. Peace.